Welcome back, it's FNews57 here. Today I'm back on Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One, and I will be showing you how to get the Deadlyresourceful achievement. Now, the description of this achievement says, in Act 4, Chapter 4, kill a Swarmak using a different weapon to pop each blister on Insane or above. It's a 25 gamer score achievement that currently 0.02% of gamers have unlocked. Now, this achievement is a little bit buggy and the description is incorrect. I repeat, incorrect. It is not Act 4, Chapter 4. It is Act 4, Chapter 5 that the Swarmak is spawned in. So keep that in mind. Also, it seems like you have to damage and destroy each singular blister with one unique weapon. Any damage put into the blister from other weapons will potentially cause problems with this achievement. So just keep that in mind. This is easiest to do in co-op, but is possible to do solo. So you see the achievement. What you're going to do is, if you have a friend that can help you out, go ahead and have them host, do a co-op game, do Act 4, Chapter 5 on Insane, and once you start as the second player, you're going to come in on casual. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. As you can see, we are loading Act 4, Chapter 5. It is Storm Warning. And remember, it does have to be on Insane. The host has to be on Insane. Now you'll notice when I take control over my character, since I am player 2, I will be on casual until the very end, and then I'll switch. So I'm going to play as Kate, I'm going to play on casual, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to clear all the way towards the end, which is the Swarmak.
Come on, we gotta keep moving.
Okay, this way.
So I will go ahead and basically skip this part and show you coming in from the Swarmak. Make sure that you have your Lancer, Gnasher, and Snub pistol. You can pick up a Boltok pistol if you want, and you can go ahead and swap one of your weapons out for one of the AIs if you would like, giving an AI something like a Torque Bow, Hammer Burst, really anything. If you wanted to do that, it's completely up to you. There are more than enough alternate weapons in the actual Swarmak fight arena, but if you want to bring in a specific weapon or more ammo for a specific weapon, my suggestion would be to bring in a Hammer Burst. A Hammer Burst would be very easy instead of having to do it with the pistol. Alright, see you at the Swarmak. Alright, so here we are right before the part with the Swarmak.
Give me an idea. Check it.
I'm starting from here so I have time to explain. But basically the host's job in this case is to simply stay back and not die.
Clearing the way.
And this just shows you what you have to do. So I did give my friend a Hammer Burst, but you don't have to do that. You can if you would like to.
That wind flare's still going.
And then since I'm on casual, whoever is player 2 that's on casual, it's going to be their job to clear all of the enemies
Marcus, this backup
up
of yours.
until the actual Swarmak. And in the Swarmak fight, it's going to be your job to clear the enemies. This way you can let the person that's hosting on Insane simply hide and not die. It is possible for the host to skip this cutscene, by the way.
What?
If you want to. But you can watch the cutscene if you would like as well. I thought it was a pretty interesting cutscene. So, we're going to go over there's going to be 7, if I did my math correctly, blisters. And we'll have multiple checkpoints, so don't worry. The timing does have to be precise on it, but you'll be able to get it down. Your job is arguably harder as the second player on casual, because you have to kind of also protect the host who's on insane. So, it gets a little annoying. Nothing that can't be handled, of course. So, when you start, you're going to have this big old ammo pile right here.
The crystals on that.
And it's the host's job to stay alive. Now, the safest-ish spot is going to be, like, right there, roughly. And I would recommend getting rid of some of these juvies before you get started. The bots will do a pretty good job at protecting, but not a perfect job. So we're going to get 3 blisters out of the way. Note that the torque bow is right there. You'll need it later. And what you're going to want to do, at least in my opinion, also note there's snot bubbles that have different weapons on it. And there's all kinds of weapons scattered around the map. So you'll have more than enough weapons to do this. But you open the transformer and deal enough damage to it to overload the transformer. That's going to explode. And you'll see that there's blisters exposed, which is really easy. The first blister, go ahead and shoot with your Lancer. The second blister, you're going to want to shoot with your shotgun. Now, I recommend doing this with the second blister because most of the time the Swarmak will be down on the ground, stunned, and it's easier to get up close and actually take out that blister. At this point, come back. Make sure not to die. Go ahead and grab the torque bow if you want to. It's up to you if you want to do the torque bow next or you want to do the Marxa next. Either way works. And what I would recommend doing is running to the far side. And I recommend running over here simply because there's a Marxa, sometimes a long shot. You may have the long shot. If you don't get the long shot to spawn, then you might have to use a mulcher. That's why I gave my friend Liquid the hammer burst, just in case. Now wait for the blisters to appear. And then take aim at one and only one blister with the torque bow. Alright, so as I mentioned, you do have checkpoints. Liquid got hit by a missile, which does happen. You have to be careful. If it does reset you, it resets usually before you pop that blister. So I have to do the torque bow blister again. But you'll have this horde of juvies that spawns, and that's your first priority. You need to protect the person that's on insane. So go ahead and help them get rid of some of these juvies because they can easily get overwhelmed by all of them if you let them fight them all by themselves. Once you've gotten rid of those juvies, then you want to go position yourself again. You'll notice we have this Marxa here that we dropped earlier, but position yourself so that you can get a clear shot on one of the 2 blisters that spawned. Remember, one and only one blister. You have to be precise in your targeting. Just like that. Alright, so that blister's down. Be careful of those missiles. Now what you want to do is grab the Marxa. Hold on to that. We're going to flank around and get the blister on the other side. If you do go down, usually a bot can revive you, or since you're on casual, at this particular point, you can go ahead and self-revive. But you need to pop this other blister over here with the pistol. And now we only need 2 more. Those missiles are insane.
Man, that was nasty.
So I like to come up here. There's the long shot. Go ahead and drop the long shot.
Get to the other transformer.
And you're going to get a checkpoint after every time you destroy one of these power cores. So keep that in mind. Once the core is destroyed, you can either use the ammo boxes or the big ammo pile. Alright guys, make use of the checkpoints you get when you actually destroy the cores, because you'll need them. The host can die insanely easily. Position yourself to take out that blister with the Marxa. Then position yourself to take out the blister with the long shot. This is the weapon that I would rather not use. I would rather use the hammer burst, but that's not really an option. Since it does spawn scions at this point, especially if you use the checkpoint, if the host died, you have to help the host out by taking out the scions. It'll also make your life easier while you're trying to hit a very tiny blister with the sniper rifle. Do not use explosive weapons. It might take a little bit to do the long shot. The long shot one is the worst of all of them, in my opinion. Alright, 1 bullet from the long shot, and you're good. Now it's crucial that your timing is perfect here on the next part. So what you want to do is work your way over here to this last section. Go ahead and eliminate that scion right there. Grab the boom shot. As soon as you have the boom shot, have the host pause the game.
Transformer switch.
Now the host is going to keep the game paused until you return back to the game. So they're literally just going to stay on this screen. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main menu. And then Liquid's going to send me a game invite. Remember, the game stays paused the entire time. This way you don't mess it up. Otherwise, you can get a checkpoint that you don't want. So I can go ahead and use an invite now because I'm back at the main menu. And this way, when I come back into the game, I'll be selecting the insane difficulty. And then this way we can go ahead and get the achievement. So I just got the game invite from Liquid. Now the key is you have to wait for this whole loading portion. And it can take a minute, because it's reloading basically the entire campaign for you. Alright, so once you see this same screen, the host has paused the game screen, the host can go ahead and unpause the game because you're actually back in the lobby. And now we'll pop the last blister. Now take control over the same character that you had. Make sure your difficulty is on insane, and you'll be shooting the final core. Remember, the Swarmak is going to be able to almost instantly kill you, so be very careful. Take cover, get your boom shot ready.
Fire! Aim for the blisters!
Wait for the blister. Should be 1 or 2 boom shot rounds to the face, assuming you don't get hit by a missile. And your achievement should pop right here. Now the host pauses the game immediately, or dashboard, like quit the actual application, works too.
Not so fast.
You swarm are all connected, right?
Basically, what you would do is go ahead and quit. I just closed the application on my end just to show, but the reason why you do that is so that you will have the checkpoint and the host can then get the achievement, which I'll show as soon as I can reload that game. So there's your Deadly Resourceful achievement. You killed a Swarmak using a different weapon to pop each blister. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's tag. Yugi Windio? I have no idea. But anyways, it's a relatively annoying achievement because of the timing and the fact that no blister can take damage from 2 weapons, at least at this time. Maybe they'll change it later so that you can use an explosive weapon to damage more than 1 blister, but the actual shot that explodes the blister will be the shot that counts, maybe. Anyways, that's how you do it right now. So because if you're quick enough, as soon as the cutscene starts, the host can pause the game. If you're not fast enough, you have to dashboard and quit the application because you can't pause in the middle of the cutscene, which is really weird. But basically what happens is if you have to dashboard the game, then you restart, the host will reload the game, invite you, you both start on insane, you give the host your boom shot, and then the host does exactly what you did, and they get the achievement. So I'm just going to set that up and show you how to do that last step. But if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Just leave a comment on the video. If you enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like on it and share it, as that greatly helps with the searchability of videos here on YouTube. All right, so you start right here. Load back up. Make sure the host picks up the boom shot. You can feed the host ammo or your friend ammo from your boom shot. If they stand still, it's a nightmare for like them to stand still, but it'll take about 2 to 3 rounds from the boom shot, and then there you go. Now, right about there, the achievement should pop for the second player. So it's a little bit annoying, but it works. And then if you want, the host can still go ahead and pause the game or dashboard the game to keep the save at this point so that they can bring other people in and then get them the achievement if you want to. Like I said earlier, hopefully the video helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And until next time, my fellow Gears, stay frosty.